Run 6 touches at the beginning, then we run when we switch circuits, and then we run at the end. So run beginning, middle, and end. Circuit 1 is going to be 2 moves inside, and then the other 3 moves are going to be on this board. Circuit 2 is split up into these 2 boards. So pretty much just down the field halfway. First move in the room is we have our loop bands on the pull-up bar, and we are pulling those bands down and pulling our shoulder blades together so that our lats are nice and engaged and our shoulders are down away from our ears, and we're pulling that down, holding it in the low position, and then switching our feet 1, 2, 3, and then release, pull again, 1, 2, 3, and you're doing that for 10 reps. Challenge yourself a little bit. Pull that band, and you should have a really good amount of tension on it while you're holding it down. We don't want it dragging your shoulders forward and up, but we want it to be a fight that while you're switching your feet, keeping that band down. So find that perfect resistance. The next one in there is a landmine, split stance, switch press. So we're going to have, if the landmine's in my left hand, my right foot is forward, and all I'm doing is pivoting my feet and switching the hand that the landmine is in as I press. So now I'm contralateral. Remember, it's gait cycle day, so it's always opposite. So I'm gonna start opposite, left, right, and then I'm gonna press and end opposite, left and right, okay? So when in doubt, just remember that you should have the opposite hand up, then the foot that's forward, okay? And when you press, make sure that you're pressing and you're kind of coming forward a little bit, and your ear should be close to that arm. So it shouldn't be out here or behind your head. Just find that nice neutral position where your ear is right there by your bicep. Then we come out here, and we have everyone's favorite thing, a Spider-Man crawl. So we've got 4 to 6 forward, and then 4 to 6 back. So Spider-Man crawl, you have to be really careful because there is a push-up each time, and you are staggered. So one shoulder is going to take more of the brunt of stabilizing and pressing than the other. So be aware of that if you have any shoulder issues, okay? So we're going to step forward, do your push-up, and then step forward, do your push-up, and you're gonna do 4 to 6 forward and 4 to 6 back. If that staggered push-up is too much, okay, just do a regular push-up and then step forward and step forward, keeping your hands together. Find a way to do it so that your push-up isn't staggered if you feel like your shoulder is hurting, okay? So we've got that. And then we have our banded bicycle crunch. So we've got our band over here. They go around the tops of our feet, okay? We're up in that tabletop, and as you press one leg out, squeezing this quad nice and tight, you're lifting those shoulder blades up and twisting elbow to knee, okay? Together, and then out and twist. So you've got 16 total of those. Slow these down. I see a lot of people, they come out here and they just bang them out, and that's great. But if you slow it down and you use your breath, you'll be a lot more engaged in your core, and it'll be a lot more effective than it would if you just speed through it. Last one, circuit 1, is a sandbag field lap. Sandbags are over there, various weights. Throw it in the back rack position, and you're gonna do a field lap around this white line, all the way around the outside, okay? So that's circuit 1. If you're on circuit 1, you're gonna stay in that for 20 minutes. Okay, circuit 2, we've got a dumbbell walking lunge with a press. So it's gonna feel a little weird because the same side as the weight is on, so if it's on my right side, I'm stepping forward with my right leg first, and then as I come up, I'm pressing and stepping so that I'm ending opposite. Again, we're thinking of everything we do athletically, running, throwing a ball, I don't know what else, hitting a baseball, you do opposite. So we're gonna be same side lunges forward, and then press, and then bring that dumbbell back down and start in the neutral again, forward, press. Okay, I think one of the areas that people go kind of funky with this is when they get into that press, they think they have to step way forward. So that dumbbell goes kind of behind their head and their back arches. It doesn't need to be a big step. Here, my back is nice and neutral, that weight straight up over my shoulder, and my feet are just slightly split stance, okay? So you have 6 on each side of that. Lower rep range, so go ahead, challenge yourself with weight, maybe go a little heavier than you would. And then we have an agility to the calf.
55.
So just in and out, go to the right and start with my right
Just
foot.
with the
Now,
60s?
I'm gonna go down and back.
Just press 9.
Down and back. So, one. Then we come over here and the plate push. We're going with the grain of the turf, so that's why we're going horizontal. So we're going to push this plate from cone to cone. When we do this, make sure that butt is down and it's more of like a bear crawl position than it is a push like that. So you want your head up a little bit, your butt down. You're going to push from cone to cone, and then when you get to the end, you're going to pick that plate up, and you're going to squat walk back. Okay? Keeping your hips square and touching that plate to the ground the whole way back. I'm going to be moving that cone in just a little bit. Okay? So don't freak out because it's very far.
That's all you.
So then we have our kettlebell split stance swing hop, which we do quite often. So over here, I split stance, again, opposite. If my right foot is forward, or left foot is forward, kettlebell's on my right, and I'm just swinging and switching my hands and my feet so that I'm always ending opposite. Okay? Make sure that you're using that hinge when you do that. Then we just have an alternating split stance clean. So we're in one position, again, opposite. I'm like a broken record today. Just do the opposite of all the things you do today. And you're just gonna clean to here, and then come back down, switch your feet, and then clean that kettlebell up. With a clean, you're making sure that kettlebell stays close to your body, and then when you catch it, you've got that elbow underneath that bell, and you catch it with that lat, and it's nice and supported, so you're not dropping into that back. So you want to keep that spine nice and neutral, and that exhale nice and big, so that that core engages and keeps everything nice and upright when you catch that kettlebell. And that's it. So if you're on circuit 2, you'll do that for 20 minutes.